Hello everybody, this is Prowl and I got some huge leaks that I've collected about over the last week for Fortnite, as well as some new update information that you probably want to know. For an update it just came out today, there's some things in the patch notes that they didn't tell us about. We got new information about traders, food, new mobs in the game, increased stack size, and more. So let's go ahead and let's dive in. And we're going to start with a leak account from FN Assist. And this is talking about the Catapult. There is a Catapult getting added into the toys section. You'll be able to sit in it and sling yourself with the Catapult. Should be a good potential way to travel, especially if you have a glider. I'm imagining you can launch yourself with the Catapult, pull out your glider, and glide across the air. Also says you can sling your friends, which sounds fun as well. This leak from FN Assist also has some sound effects with the Catapult as well that you can listen to. Just pretty standard sounds, but interesting to get any kind of information on it that we can. Next, we have a lot of leaks from the FNBR News Japan account, which we have translated over a number of these. The first one has to do with the peddling trader. This is going to be a trader that's been added into the game that seems to have three different types. I don't know if you want to call it a profession of the trader or just a type of goods or wares that he's going to sell. But the peddler will have a couple of different of these roles. There's going to be the wolf role, which is going to be material types. I'm imagining he's going to sell wood, granite, and then hopefully some of the other more rare materials as well. Some of the ones that are more limited, like whether it be knotwood or amber. So that way we have a way to regularly get those things. Then there's going to be the fox type, which is going to have food-based items, probably things that are more complex recipes that make it a little bit easier for you to get those without having to set up the production yourself. And then the raccoon, which is going to be the treasure type. Don't know if these names will actually come into game. They may be inside names that are being used by the development teams at the time, but the raccoon type, he will have treasure type things. I don't really necessarily know what's going to be in that category. I assume things like TNT, gunpowder, just various things that you get that don't fall in the food or material category, hopefully even tools and things like that, although we'll have to see. What we don't know is what the currency for this is going to be. The raccoon type dude says that he'll trade junk for junk, so he may ask for something specific that's maybe easier for you to get in exchange for something that he has that's maybe harder to get. We don't know about the other two, whether it's going to be, hey, I'll trade you this type of food for that type of food, I'll trade you this type of material for that type of material, or if some other type of currency is going to get put into the game. We don't quite know what that is yet. Next is the zipline, which makes sense for a Fortnite-based game for such a thing to exist, but the zipline is something else. It looks like it may get added into the game in the future. We translate the post here. It's scheduled to appear in Lego Fortnite in the future. We don't necessarily know when that's going to be. It's just slated as future. And then seemingly you could put two ends of this really far away from each other, and it could be a good way either to traverse up and down or to traverse longer distances in a faster manner. We're not quite sure what the exact use is going to be, but in either event, it seems like it is something that is going to be very useful for players that frequent the same area and have rough terrain to go over, or trying to get from point A to point B in a little bit quicker manner. Also, the FNBR News account had a better view of this Catapult. This is what I would guess you can expect it to look like in the game. And it is also noted here, be able to destroy things from a distance. So I don't know necessarily how you would load it, if you need to have granite on you and you put the granite in it to launch it, or maybe you can launch TNT or something. Would be kind of neat as well. But there's a little bit better image of the Catapult. Next, we see news of a compass. You find compass materials, and there's supposedly a cursed compass, which sounds like it'll point you to some type of treasure or event or something like that, as opposed to pointing north. Personally, I'm a little disappointed in this. I kind of just would like to have a compass up at the top of the screen, as opposed to having an item that's going to take up my inventory space that I have to pull out and look at, unless there's some type of new equipable slot that they add in. At that point, I guess it would be fine, as long as it's easy to pull out and take a look at. And next we have some information about replay. This one will be really important for somebody like myself, other content creators, maybe even some of you guys too, to just want to look back and see what happened, or get a cool screenshot to show your friends of your worlds, or whatever the case may be, is that we may have replay capability in the future, and I would guess probably the semi-near future. Fortnite already has replay capabilities for Battle Royale. It's been there for a really long time, and I don't see any reason why we wouldn't have that for Lego Fortnite. So at some point in the near future, you should have a toggle switch that you should be able to turn on, and it will record some amount of time of gameplay. We'll have to see what that is. If it's anything like it is on Battle Royale, you won't be able to save a lot of replays if you're playing on console, whereas if you're on PC, you'll have a lot more liberty to save as many replays as you want, or at least to some large degree. What this will mean is you'll probably see a lot more interesting content come out from content creators like myself and others who will use that replay footage to give you cool shots of different things that they're doing and just kind of switch things up a little bit and make the content that they put out a lot easier. I do run a Let's Play series, so please make sure you like and subscribe and check that out. I will be using this replay feature if and when it comes into the game. This next one is a really big one, and it has to do with food. A lot of foods being added to the game, and this is one of those things where, me coming from being a Minecraft player previously, foods are not really that diverse and you kind of always wanted more. And while Lego Fortnite already has a decent amount of foods, recipes, and that sort of thing in the game, it sounds like they're going to be adding a whole lot more. I would expect these to come out more periodically rather than hitting all at once, but these are some things they have on the list. And also keep in mind, anything with these leaks, you never know what might actually make it into the game and what might not actually make it into the game. So I would just caution you to not expect this to all hit in the next update, or to see every single little detail you say in these leaks, because again, these are leaks. They are not official information coming from Fortnite, although a lot of these sources that I'm looking at here are pretty reputable and have been in the Fortnite community for a long time. Now, when it comes to foods, looks like we're going to have a couple of different categories here to go over. You have reduced hunger, which are just basic foods that you're going to eat, where you have meat stew, vegetable stew, cactus fruit smoothie, carrot, banana, watermelon, blueberry, raspberry, cherry, coconut, sandwiched egg, or egg sandwich, cookie, mushroom, lemon lime, blueberry pie, apple juice, raspberry juice, blueberry juice, carrot juice, and night bloom petals. Seemingly, all of these foods would just basically fill your hunger, and that's kind of it. The next one is a different category though. Apples, which you use to make dark apple juice, sounds like it's going to allow you to increase your jump height for a period of time. You're going to have another category for increased damage dealt to environmental objects. Supposedly, or seemingly, this would allow you to break down trees, rocks, and that sort of thing faster when collecting materials. This sounds very cool, and I think would be very important to have. There is nothing listed in terms of a type of food on this, so it looks like it's a category that was added that maybe has not had a food assigned to it yet. And next we have one where you increase damage dealt to enemies. It seems like this is going to be, at least for this time, just the pumpkin pear pie. Next one, this one's been out for a little while now, but I thought I would show it. It's the cannon. The pirate cannon is scheduled to appear in Lego Fortnite in the future, and it's expected that this one will allow you, the player, to get inside of it and launch yourself. And I imagine you would maybe be able to put something in it, whether it be a new cannon ball type item or something else, to be able to shoot it to break things as well. Also, it's thought that this could be an item brought in by a Rift event as well. Rift events are very common in Fortnite. It's a cool way for the Fortnite team to bring in things in new and unique ways that maybe don't fit the regular gameplay loop, and maybe even things that are only temporary and aren't in the game all the time. So just another thing to note there, especially with Rift events and regular Fortnite, those things aren't normally available year round. They may be things that kind of come and go. So we'll have to see if the cannon will fall into that category, whether it be the Rift events and whether it be a temporary addition or something that stays permanently. Next, we have a leak here from Egyptian Fortnite leaker. It looks like characters from Ninjago are going to be coming to Lego Fortnite later this season. What we don't know is, are they coming in the form of skins that you can purchase from the shop, earn from the battle pass, or are they going to be somehow implemented in the game as some sort of temporary event in the world where you interact with them in some way? Now, Lego Fortnite has not done anything like this yet, but this is something common for Fortnite to do within their base game. So it's something where we don't really for sure know if that's how it's going to happen here or not. So I'm going to keep a lookout for this. It's kind of interesting. I would like to see them, I think, add in some temporary events that come and go just like regular Fortnite, just to keep things fresh in the game and kind of always keep us on our toes, always giving us new content. So we'll see if it's that or if it's just going to be playable skins that we can purchase. Next, we have some updates here from iFireMonkey. This first one here is pretty generic, but is honestly good to hear that they plan on, I guess, expanding villages further. I guess expanding the level that you can get to, the types of rewards that are within those different levels, and give some more cool buffs and effects from leveling up your village. The example given here is something like unlimited stamina while you're within the range of the village. That way you can always sprint around and you don't run out of stamina when you're trying to go from point A to point B. I would love to see something like that, and maybe some other cool buffs too, like jump height or various other things that would help with building and just generally doing things in your village. Maybe something that makes sure crops grow faster, or make sure workbenches complete things faster. These would be a lot of really cool things to see in villages. So it's cool to see that they're actually looking at that sort of upgrade to the villages, and we're not done with villages. They're going to continue updating them and making them better and allowing you to upgrade them further. This next one is a really big one. We have a huge list of passive mobs and aggressive mobs that are going to get added in the future into Lego Fortnite. So we don't know when these things are going to come into the game, but I've kind of broken them down into a few different categories. You have flying mobs, which will be the eagle, the seagull, and the bat. You'll have the passive mobs, which are the deer, the elk, the pig, the ram, the mountain cow, and the frog. You'll have the hostile creatures, I guess you should put it in the category of grass snake, the horn beetle, a mini boss horn beetle, which sounds kind of interesting, a polar bear, a black bear, and a brown bear, which I think I do have. Yeah, here's a supposed leak of the beetle that may be coming into the game. Looks really neat. Then you have some variations of existing mobs or things that we can kind of picture in our heads what they'll look like. A skeleton bear, a skeleton wolf, and Bigfoot. Don't know where these are going to come from, where they're going to be, but kind of interesting to see. And then a bunch of more Lego Fortnite specific mobs that we may not necessarily know exactly how they're going to look. There's the swooper, the forest beamer, the ice beamer. We have a few rift categories, which is very Fortnite fitting. I imagine we'll have some cool purpley glowy effect, maybe even the ability to teleport or something. We'll have to see with the rift roller, the rift beamer, and the rift brute, the rift skeleton miner. And then they're also looking at adding in a pirate captain, undead pirate captain, pirate fodder, and bandit boss. Also, I wanted to address this one really quick. Lego did do a post and they've been doing a lot of these, and one of them, they showed a steering wheel when they talked about building a getaway vehicle. So everybody immediately jumped on it and thought, oh my God, they're finally adding steering wheels or some way to steer into the game. And at this time, this is not true. They followed up shortly after, talking about how they added into the building tutorial thing, but it's not yet possible. So they deleted the post to eliminate any confusion. The team is working on ways for you to be able to steer some of the amazing things you're building, but we're not quite there yet, meaning they are working on it, but they have not fully implemented it in a working way into the game. Keep your eyes peeled for more info in the future, which means that it's likely coming fairly soon. It's just not quite ready yet. So for those that are looking to steer your cars, maybe even your airships or something, keep a lookout, because you're probably going to see a steering wheel sometime in the upcoming months. Lastly, I wanted to include an update that was just done to the game and a couple secret things that were added in that the Lego team did not let us know about. So first of all, the things they did let us know about are your foods will generally reduce hunger more. The first one here is basically food will reduce your hunger a little bit more. I imagine that means that it's going to fill your hunger bar more as opposed to your hunger bar reducing slower. We'll have to see exactly what that is. I always felt like the hunger bar filling was appropriate. It depletes itself a little fast. So we'll see if their changes here actually make any kind of a big difference or not. And then there was a bug where if you were trying to enter or leave a cave while you were getting attacked and you die during that animation of going in or out of the cave, that when you come out the other side, your stuff was gone. Basically, your backpack wouldn't drop during that transition. So that bug has been fixed. Now, there's a couple of things that they did not tell us about. The maximum stacks for the following items in Lego Fortnite have been increased from 30 to 50. So this is a big update. It's going to help out our inventories quite a bit. So in this list, we have a lot, but there's still a lot missing too. We have wood, knotroot, flexwood, frost pine, granite, marble, bright core, obsidian, malachite, wolf claws, sand claws, arctic claws, feathers, bones, raspberries, slapberries, spicy capsicum, snowberry, wheat, corn grains, pumpkin seeds, raspberry seeds, slapberry seeds, chili pepper seeds, and snowberry seeds. So I do notice there's a fair amount of things listing here from the foods list. I don't know if this list is incomplete. I haven't actually logged in game to fully check it yet, or if maybe this is all they did for now and hopefully they'll do more in the future. And I can't find the post now, but somebody said the arrow stacking increased to 80. Maybe we'll hop in the game real quick and check that one out. Okay, here's our first test. Yes, we've reduced this whole chest that was all the way full to a pretty decent amount there. Let's see if I can find some arrows. Here's some. Here's some more. Oh, look, they went to 59. I don't have any more on me, but that would definitely make sense if they go to 80. Also, if we check our hunger, we eat this food right here. That looks to be about the same as it used to be. So maybe they didn't change all of them, or maybe it is the fact that our hunger will just deplete a little bit slower. Anyways, that's what I have for you guys today. This was a lot to cover. Big W changes, both happening right now and potentially happening in the future for Lego Fortnite. I can't wait to see these things continue to come in and this game to actually grow even further over time. If you enjoyed this video, please click the like button down below to let me know that you liked it. Drop me a comment down below. What is the thing that you're most looking forward to happening, and what do you think about the change to the stack sizes? Is it a good enough change, or do you think they're going to need to go further with that or increase the number of slots available in your inventory? Sound off down below on that. If you haven't subscribed to the channel already, please help me out. We're trying to get to that 1,000 subscriber mark, so press that subscribe button down below, share this video with others, and make sure you turn on that notification button. That way you're notified of the next time I have a leaks, update video coming out, and make sure you check out the Let's Play series. Thank you guys, and I'll see you next time.